You lack confidence. Many people have told me that they lack confidence, or they're low self-esteem, or they're not confident enough to speak in front of the public. And I've been giving people tips here and there on how to master confidence, on how to gain back confidence in whatever you do. I remember a friend of mine, I'm sure she wouldn't mind, she told me for her, she used to be confident until she got married. Okay, I'm not insinuating anything. She actually told me that. So there could be things that actually triggered your dip in confidence. There are many reasons. One of them could be that you're in a new community, new society, new associations where you found people that are actually good. So sometimes the community or society you were in, you were brilliant. And then you join a new community and man, you're nothing. Or at least you think you're nothing. Other times it is traumatic experiences. Other times some of you lie to me or actually tell me the truth that you were born like that. And I understand. Either way, I don't care about the causes. I'm just going to tell you how to start rebuilding your confidence. And today, I'm going to share the number one confidence builder, the number one way to build your confidence, the number one source of building confidence. Then in the next 3 days, I'll be sharing a tip every day. So tip number one is mastery experience. When it comes to mastery experience, there's a scholar called Albert Bandura. Bandura published a theory called the self-efficacy theory, which suggests that confidence is grown through real successes. That if you can be able to tell that you're succeeding in something, your confidence over time builds. Some people say competence. I don't call it competence because sometimes you're already competent. Not that everyone who lacks confidence is actually incompetent. Many people are actually competent in what they do, but they just lack the confidence. We all know in the organizations and companies where we are, where there's an individual who is so good, but no one knows that they are good, but we know someone else who usually takes up their work. So it is not necessarily that they're not competent. It is only they have not done these 3 things that I'm going to tell you. So for you to do what we call mastery experience, you're going to take 3 steps. Step number 1, break the challenge into tasks. So let's say the challenge is public speaking. You tell yourself, what does public speaking entail? Maybe speech writing and message development. Number 2, it entails vocal expressions or projections. And number 3, it entails body language and visual expression. And then you ask yourself, so when it comes to message development, what is there? Maybe there's coming up with an introduction, coming up with the body, coming up with a conclusion. What is in the introduction? There's a hook, there's a promise, there are greetings. And what is in the body? According to the patterns you're going to share, maybe there's defining terms, there's a thesis statement, and there are key points and supporting points. When it comes to the conclusion, there's visualization and there's an action step. I mean, break your speech into pieces and then ask yourself, I want to master hooks as number 1. Because when it comes to a speech, the number 1 thing you should master is a hook. Because it's the introduction, it's what gets people's attention to listen to you. So master developing hooks. Are you going to use quotes? Are you going to use stories? Are you going to use facts? All those you're going to learn and try do them. Even if this month alone you say, I'm poor at public speaking, I didn't tackle it as a wholesome, but for now, when I'm going to do my presentations, I knew that at least I mastered how to start, how to drop an interesting and attention-grabbing hook. Step number 2, track your wins. If you cannot track your wins, you cannot realize that you're actually progressing. There's a friend of mine who was asking me, why do I write my prayer requests down? And I told them, the lady that taught me how to do Bible study taught me that if you do not write your prayer requests down, you become a victim or a culprit of lack of gratitude. You never know that God has done amazing things for you. But when I look in my devotion book 2-3 years ago, I can tell, I prayed for such a car. I have it. I prayed for such a woman. I have them. I prayed for such mastery. I have it. But if you do not record it down, you never know that you've actually progressed. So consider the things you are going to work on. And step number 2, track them. Go and tick. Now I've mastered hooks. Now let me go to greetings. Track your wins. And step number 3, you're going to do for me what we call practice deliberately and get feedback, constructive feedback at that. If you have learned how to do hooks, maybe you've now combined hooks to the conclusion, or let's just say you're still mastering hooks and you keep on doing them, you're tracking your progress, but at the same time, ask someone to give you feedback every time you take your shot at it. Remember, always teach the person who is going to give you feedback on how to give you feedback. In the first place, someone should be able to give you feedback if they saw where you were. If you're at step 2 and I think you should be at step 5, I'll tell you you're doing badly. But if I knew that you started from step 0 and I see you at step 2, even if there are 100 steps to take, I'll tell you you did some progress because I saw you when you were at 0, you're now at 2. Now keep on getting feedback. At the same time, whoever is going to give you feedback, please teach them that they should start with good feedback where you did well, and then they tell you the other feedback where you can do better. They shouldn't say you did bad. They should tell you you were amazing at how you started. I wish next time you work on constructive feedback. If you do these 3 steps, break your challenge into smaller tasks, track your wins in a journal, and practice deliberately with feedback, you ultimately get mastery experience. Remember, surround yourself with people who will not spoil all this. And I can't help you in other fields of life. The only way I can help you, if maybe you want to master public speaking, communication skills, of knowledge-based business, that's why I can help you and I tell you come and join our program. In that case, if you want to join our program, all you have to do is click the sign up button above my name. Otherwise, if you found any value in this video, I am requesting you, please motivate me by sharing this same video. Otherwise, see you in the next one. Remember, on this channel, we believe that knowledge is capital, and when it is shared, it increases your impact, influence, and income.